Ooh, we got overtime in the Kook Ryan game, but too bad. Whoa. BLN. Boom. All right, we'll give the people a second here. And when I say a second, I mean a minute. We have a minute to get in.
So how's your day been? Besides,
it's been fine. Work went well.
Sure.
Then I got molested by Monty Booth, and now I'm here. It's it's been a day of highs and lows. We'll say that.
That 21, that new number just hits different.
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
Wait, Chap threw a pass with his running back for 5 yards on me? I didn't even notice that. Taylor had 5 total touchdowns for me, which was pretty nice. Is nobody coming?
No, people are coming. I'm just another 30 seconds. Another 30 seconds, and we'll start.
It's not about when or where you come. It's about how hard you come.
Exactly. Shout out Dorsberg. Now, what High School Musical song should I play as the intro?
I literally know 0. I know Get Your Head in the Game, and that's it. Since it's season XXX, you should have just played like some jazz music, some like smooth jazz.
Some Barry White.
Play some Marvin Gaye.
Oh yeah, I can get down to some Marvin Gaye.
Get the people into the mood. Hi, W. Ghouls.
Why? What? Okay, my phone's tripping. Okay, there we go. We're going to start now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Better League Season 30 Awards show, hosted by, of course, myself and Justin, the Better League Network, of course. You see his name right there. I just said it. My co-host for today, the man who puts the Better League Awards together every single year. Justin, how's it going?
It is going well. Got the dub today. You did not. So good day all around.
You're already trying to start some toxicity. I see how this is going. I'll let that slide. I'll let it slide in the future, though. Shout out to Monty Booth, who tore this booty up, and you can take that any way you want to. Now, Justin, as we head into this awards show, just give us a general overview of, what you're looking for these awards categories. Like, what type of process did you go to in order to come up with these nominees?
I mean, this time I had no help by yourself or CMAS, so I had to come up with it myself. Did it in about 2 hours or something. It took me. That wasn't that long. It's like an hour. I'm not that stupid. Shout out to the people that did send me stuff. That did send me different plays and stuff, making my job a lot easier. Besides that, just got lucky to be able to do this before the draft, so I could actually see all the stats on Matt instead of having to scope through DL. So that always makes it easier.
Beautiful stuff. Thank you for that in-depth analysis, Justin. And hear Austin saying we hear, yeah. Listen, just to get the weight off my chest here heading into this. Yeah, I got dick down. It is what I got dick down. I got the dick. Hero Austin stuck his cock inside of me. In a Madden sense.
Okay.
In a Madden sense.
I'm going to say CMAS will not be happy. I'm just going to say sell down there.
No, but I'm saying
CMAS for the stream.
No, it's fine though. It's fine though because I'm saying purely in a Madden sense.
In a video
so he
game,
can't get mad at me. In a video game sense, yes. He
just say in a video game, and Twitch will be fine with it.
Exactly. Yes. All right, we are gonna head on that note. We're gonna head straight into these awards here. Again, this is the Season 30 Better League Awards put together by Justin and voted on by the Better League, and we begin with the Sexy Rexy Award. Of course, 4 nominees, just like always. Whole bunch of strength within these nominees. I believe it was Baker Mayfield, Cam Rich, who else, Justin? Tell me the other 2.
Baker Mayfield, Cam Rich. You had Dak Prescott.
Yes.
And Tyree Jackson.
Beautiful stuff. Of course, who can forget Tyree Jackson throwing 15-something odd interceptions in Week 17 in order to try to get that dev boost. And he got the dev boost, so you can't be too bad at it. The winner of the
Sexy
Sexy
Rexy with it, too.
Exactly. The winner of the Sexy Rexy Award is former Brown Baker Mayfield. I absolutely love to see it. Current Buccaneer. And as you can see the breakdown right there, we got 22 responses, which a little low, guys. A little low. I'm not going to lie to you. I'd like to see us get into the high 20s, if not even low 30s. You know, the same amount of participation we see for the preseason poll. Go ahead.
Realistically, it's more like 18 or 19 people, because sometimes people will accidentally submit their poll twice. It's like, I think mine duplicated. I think like Jesse's duplicated. So realistically, it was more like 20 responses. So even worse.
I'd just love to see the same level of participation in this that we see in the damn preseason poll, which that show should be coming up sometime tomorrow. We'll see when. I don't know the deets, but again, we have the breakdown here.
I'll just DM everybody the link next time.
If you interrupt me one more time, I'm shutting the stream off right now. Thank you. Dak Prescott, Baker Mayfield, Cam Rich, Tyree Jackson. Of course, you can see the full statistical breakdown right there. My personal vote was for Tyree Jackson just based off of just the horrific nature of that Week 17 game. I thought that Week 17 game should have single-handedly given him the Sexy Rexy. I know that he technically had more touchdowns than interceptions, but, you know, he did a very solid job. Justin, what do you think? Who did you vote for?
Can I talk now? Okay, cool. I voted for Cam Rich in this because if you interrupt me again, yeah, I voted Cam Rich. He had an astounding 50-50 season, which nobody else in the league did. He also had a very respectable 9.4 yards per attempt, which Baker had more, but Baker also had more interceptions. So I guess that's why people are going for it. But I feel like a 50-50 season should basically cement you a Sexy Rexy Award.
I mean, Cam Rich, of course, the past winner of Sexy Rexy, the highly deserving winner of it from last season. I mean, again, I voted for Tyree Jackson, you voted for Cam Rich, but at the same time, I totally get why it's Baker Mayfield and 44 touchdowns, 61 interceptions, and most importantly, that 9.5 yards per attempt. You know, we all know that Wosey loves chucking it downfield with wanton disregard. We saw him just yeet it to Chris Godwin all season long, and we saw the results. We saw the win-loss record, so I totally get why Baker Mayfield won this award. Any final thoughts before we move on?
Nope.
All right, beautiful stuff. We move on now to the most improved user. We had, I mean, so many categories, or so many nominees, I should say, excuse me. And I love this award because it's just, it's wholesome. It's nice. The winner of this award just gets to have kind of like a smile on their face. They get to brighten their day a little bit. It's beautiful stuff. I am not sure if I've ever won this award. Justin, have you ever? That's a lie. I won it when I won the Super Bowl. That's a lie. But anyway, yeah.
I won it twice, I think.
Beautiful
He's
stuff.
Cut me off again, bitch.
The winner of most improved user goes to CMAS, of course. I think this was pretty well deserving. I mean, it was pretty much a two-man race here between CMAS and Lucky. CMAS, of course, went from someone who I think the league saw as definitely a playoff user, playoff contender, but not someone who could take that next step into Super Bowl contenderdom, to someone who not only made the Super Bowl, not only destroyed everyone in his path heading to the Super Bowl, but really gave Austin a tough game. Really, very easily could have won that game had he not. I mean, we'll get there when we get there. We'll get there in the folly of the year category, but had he not thrown that interception, he probably would have won that game. So, do you have any thoughts about this? Because I thought it was pretty clear in my opinion.
I knew it was going to be close between him and Lucky. I personally voted for Lucky because it's not denying that both of them had very significant improvements. But for Lucky to not just make his first playoffs of the cycle, but also beat Dan, who's pretty much known as one of the best members in the league, maybe of all time. Probably say top 5 all time in BL history. So just doing that in your first playoff run feels pretty good to me. I feel like I'm fine with CMS winning it, but I also think Lucky deserved a little bit more of love from the voters.
I feel that. I mean, you could have very easily rationalized a 50-50 split here in terms of the vote. I just went with CMAS because despite the fact that I predicted him to make it. I had doubts, heading into the playoffs about whether CMAS could truly take that next step and get over the mental hurdle, of, losing the divisional round, losing the NFC Championship game. And then once I saw his win over Ben, that pretty much cemented it, in my opinion. And then, of course, him really taking Austin to the, final minute, essentially, in terms of that game. I was really impressed with him. But yeah, Lucky was very deserving as well. And that playoff win over Dan was super, super impressive. So he absolutely would have been a deserving winner as well. But of course, CMAS wins this one. And Lucky saying, I think Justin is in love with me. And well, you already responded. So listen, he's not the only man who's in love with you, Lucky. That's all I'm going to say. We now go to the, it just, I clicked Hang In There Bud Award and the results showed up immediately. Shout out to CMAS for putting this together. So you can see it right there. It's Big Alex L. Big Alex won it. And I completely agree with this. The man,
yeah.
Let's be real here for a second, Justin. Who is the most disappointing user in this league? It has to be Big Alex, right? Because we both thought, I'm sure the whole league thought he'd be a Super Bowl contender, he'd be a perennial Super Bowl contender with that Kansas City Chiefs team coming off of a cycle where he won 2 straight Super Bowls, made a third. I don't know what's going on. I really don't.
You know how he always calls Morty washed and stuff, but Morty has more playoff wins in him.
That's fact.
Morty's out here he's been doing some voodoo stuff, turning back the time. And Alex just is, I don't know what he can do to improve. It just seems like he's falling off. He can't win those big games in the playoffs anymore. Maybe we'll see this season. Hopefully, I'm rooting for him to change it, but he's shown nothing so far to me.
Getting shut out by Cody was tough, and I do think, I'm going to rationalize this to say I don't think that Alex has suddenly become some, trash user. I do think he's gotten really tough matchups in the playoffs. You got to remember that his last 3 playoff games were against, Austin, Cody, and Little Alex, who are probably the 3 best users in the AFC right now.
Tough matchups, but you have to fend for yourself in the AFC. Everybody's a tough matchup, so you have to at least get some of those games. But listen, then again, I can't really talk because my only playoff one was Phil, but that's even a hard game for Alex nowadays.
Oh, shit! I wasn't going to go that far, but if we're going to talk that talk, then yeah, listen. Phil did clap those cheeks. Phil did clap those cheeks after Alex single-handedly delayed Vance. Tried to single-handedly delay Vance over it, I should say. Yeah. Phil gave him that work, and listen. I'm on y'all know I'm on the Team Morty train. I've been on the Team Morty train since the day I met him, since the day I looked at those luscious eyes. I just I root for Morty every single time. It is what it is. As Alex saying, I'm not even going to give Justin the time of day. Not worth it. You're not going to give a user with more playoff wins than you the time of day, Alex? That's interesting. That's tough. All right, but yeah, Big Alex wins. And the other 2 nominees were Nick and Tim. I don't care. They had losing records, but it's clearly Big Alex.
Of course, Nick could have had a... I think, of course, Nick could have. Because usually, back in the day when we do these awards, it would usually just go the guy with the worst record, but I've been trying to expand it, making kind of forming this into a most disappointing as well as Hang In There Bud. So
sure,
had to throw Big Alex in there.
I just hope Alex is able to score 8 points in the playoffs this season. We'll see how it goes. We move on now. Congrats, Big Alex. You won the award. We move on now to best rivalry, and there are a lot of rivalries developing in this league, Justin. I think we both have pretty solid rivalries going on. Even though my games with Cody aren't heated, it's still a good rivalry in the sense that we tend to split our games most of the time. You've got, obviously, a heated rivalry with Little Alex. You could call myself and you a rivalry just based on the toxicity. Who would you say your biggest rival is in this league?
I would have maybe said Cam earlier on, but he hasn't really done anything to show him as a rival to me recently. I think I would have to say you.
Aw. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, it's cute.
I would say...
See, I think you or maybe, Little Alex just is my father. There's no way that I, genuinely usually go 50-50 on. Maybe Austin...
On God, Tane, on God. People forget about the Tank Connor rivalry, man. People forget about the Tank Connor rivalry. I'm telling you right now.
There's a Tank Connor rivalry?
Yeah, there's a Tank Connor rivalry. What do you mean? Heated rivals. Heated rivals. And you'll see that this season because we played the NFC East. But anyway, not to talk about ourselves the whole time. This is not the first 20 minutes of a Better League podcast here. The award goes to Austin versus Little Alex, and I think this was deserving. I mean, there was a huge split here in
Well
terms of the
deserved.
votes. Huge split in terms of the votes. I mean, the last place nominees still got about 14%. The nominees were Ben versus CMAS, Ben versus the admins, also very deserving. Big Alex versus the playoffs, also very deserving. Little Alex versus Austin, and then Hero Austin versus King, which I wouldn't have called a rivalry until these playoffs. Of course, when Hero Austin was able to get that monkey off his back, but. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think I voted for Big Alex versus the playoffs just for the memes. But if I'm being real with it, Little Alex versus Austin, I think is the current best rivalry in the league. They play twice a year. It's always high quality. It's always heated. It's just the epitome of what a better league rivalry should be.
Yeah, I feel like it's the only real rivalry within a division in the league right now, because I feel like every other division, every division usually has at least 2 good users, unless it's. Well, Cam, like every other season's a good user, and then you have just Austin by himself in the NFC East. But every division seems to have 2 good users, but one's the other person's father, pretty much. Yeah. Like you and Cody are pretty even.
Yeah, we are like 3-3 against each other, or 4-4, whatever.
Yeah, but then you got like Ben and King. Ben just usually owns him. You got like CMAS and Boz. CMAS been having the better end of that rivalry. You got Dan and Steele, which Dan's kind of. I feel like they've split recently, but I don't know. Dan usually makes playoffs, and Steele has been kind of playoffless lately. But
Steele's I feel like biggest rivalry. Steele's biggest rival is himself, if we're being honest. And the second half of every season. But I mean, Steele versus Dan's a good rivalry as well, I guess.
Yeah, I probably should have added that in, but yeah. I know, I usually like to keep it, like, if they're going to be rivals, I want them to be, like, playoff caliber users.
I feel that. No, it's definitely good stuff, and I would also, again, Tame versus myself, which you'll see. I don't think the league's ever gotten so toxic.
Really, never heard of that rivalry.
You can just prepare for that. I don't even know what week it is, but I promise you it's circled on my calendar. Yeah. Okay, again, congratulations to Austin versus Little Alex. We move on now to the best division, and this was a runaway, ladies and gentlemen. The NFC West won this one with 82% of the vote, and there's absolutely no arguing this one, Justin.
Nope, no argument. Best division easily in the better league, maybe in better league history.
I could very easily see that argument.
They brought 4 first ever division to bring all 4 players into the playoffs.
Go ahead.
And that just cements it as easily the best division of BL this cycle, and probably all BL history. Yeah, have we ever had a team? The worst record was 9-7 last season, right?
Their worst record was 9-7. Yes, that's what Kumar got.
Yeah, that. Has there ever been a BL division where the worst record was 9-7 before? Besides that.
I know there was one where the worst division was, or the worst one was 8-8, because I remember that being a big deal, but I'm not sure 9-7. I can't remember that. But yeah, I mean, Ben, a perennial, not Super Bowl contender, because he doesn't contend once he's in the Super Bowl, but perennial NFC contender. King, perennial contender. You find him in the divisional round more often than not. Lucky just got his first playoff win. Any given Sunday, he can beat anyone in his day. And then Kumar, who, I don't know, I'm still salty about the Week 17 game, but he is solid sometimes.
I still know how to judge him. I feel like he's kind of like Steele. Like, he's solid at points, but can also just, like, unravel other games.
Yeah. It's very strange. I don't really know what to make of Kumar, to be honest with you. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was the super, super clear winner, in my opinion. They had 8 more wins than any other team, or any other division, excuse me. They got all 4 teams in the playoffs. Like, it's an auto win. It's an auto win. Like, they had to do it. I'm actually shocked that people even voted for, like, I could have seen this being unanimous, but, the AFC
sure, like,
some representation,
Alex,
I guess.
I'm sure, like, Little Alex voted for the AFC East, and, like, you or Cody voted for the AFC North.
Listen, here's the thing, y'all. You got to understand, I'm talking that shit. I'm lashing out because I'm hurt right now. Like, if y'all saw what Hero Austin did to me a couple hours ago, oh my God. My booty still hurts, not gonna lie to you. All right, best division, NFC West. Congratulations to the NFC West, and congrats to Hero Austin for, again, clapping these cheeks. Go best division to worst division. The winner of this one was the NFC East. And again, I am going to stay completely silent on this because of what just happened in my game 2 hours ago. So, Justin, I'll let you take this one.
Yeah, I mean, there was, I think it was 2 seasons ago where they actually made it into the best division category when Cook had a good season and Ryan was having a good season. Taint was still being Taint. But now, like, this last season, I think Taint ended up in second place, which that just lets you know how bad that division is. You got Hero, who finally won his first playoff game, but besides that, never usually beats good users, and week 1 he hasn't either. That's supposed to be a joke, but that came out really awfully. Just threw me on a pedestal and had to talk about myself. But yeah, I feel like they could possibly improve. They just gotta, I don't know. There's nothing that can really save them, unless like someone leaves and a better user comes in. But then I'm sure Austin's fine with being in this division.
I'll say this: if Taint, because there's that like 3-4 week period where it looks like Taint had a legit shot at the playoffs. If Taint had made the playoffs, I would have rooted for him like I would root for like the Gators in the national championship. Like I would have bought like a Cowboys jersey. I would have gone all
Absolutely.
out for Taint, but unfortunately it didn't happen. And yeah, again, that's all I'm gonna say because of what happened a couple hours ago. Yeah. Again, we move on now to the most disappointing user. Again, I know, Justin, it's kind of like a combination of this and Hang In There Bud award for you, but we're gonna go. I think next time I'm gonna have it structured where like the nominees pop up before the actual award, because I am like not remembering who most of the nominees are, but I'll probably do that myself because that's a lot to ask CMS to do to like completely rework this. The winner of the most disappointing award is Dan, ladies and gentlemen. It's Dan. And here is the breakdown here, of course. Dan lost in the wildcard round to Lucky. He got around 36-37% of the vote. Second place was Taint, which, I don't know, that feels a little harsh to Taint, but at the same time, I kind of get it because I was disappointed when he didn't make the playoffs, and then he had Steele and Boz as well. I would have, in my opinion, it was between Dan and Steele, personally.
Mm-hmm. I could see the real love for Taint came in because he started off real hot and then just fizzled out. And when you start 5-2 and they ended 7-9, it is very disappointing. You probably voted himself for that, not gonna lie. But yeah, Dan, and I think I'm not even sure who I voted for. So I think I might have voted Taint, to be honest.
I voted Steele. I voted Steele. Just because, like, it happened twice in a row. Like, if this had been the first time he, like, blew an early season amazing start, then I maybe would have given him the benefit of the doubt, but it's happened twice in a row now. Like, I can't. Like, that's the most disappointing to me of those 4. I mean, I would have said Big Alex, honestly, but of those 4 nominees, it's Steele. It's Steele to me.
Yeah, I feel like it's become, like, a little bit of a weird, like, uncanny valley, been like the most disappointing, and I can't think of the word, I can't think of the name, I'm blanking. Connor, help.
This was not right in, Alex. There were 4 nominees for this, just to be clear. And also, I don't know entirely what you're referring to.
Between most disappointing and the other word that we just
Hang in there, bud. Hang in there, bud.
Yes. Oh God, that was awful. Yeah, there's like a bit of like combination between the awards, so maybe I'll just get rid of one and put them together.
I'd say get rid of most disappointing and just expand Hang In There Bud, because we can't get rid of Hang In There Bud.
Yeah, because Hang In There Bud kind of gets boring when you just throw in like low level teams that only won like a couple games, because it's like you really need them to hang in there because they're already getting they know their spot. They're not like, it's not like you've never said like hang in their bud to someone who goes like 1-10 normally. You'll say that to someone that like blows a big game or like legitimately just gets depressed after a loss, like CMS after the Super Bowl, when I think people were literally telling him to like keep his head up. So yeah, maybe in the future I'll start doing that. I'll just make them both hang in their bud.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hang in their bud and get rid of most disappointing.
I mean, of course, the Hanging
We'll
Their
see.
Bread Award was originally based on B-Man, who went like 1-15 every season, so that's part of the rationale for it. But I get what you're saying as well. It's, people. I don't know, people who have just been down bad for that long. It's
Ouch.
Well, goddamn, young Alex.
Just don't read chat, please. Don't read chat, please.
That's tough. Yeah, listen, it's already read. We move on now to play of the year, and of course, I'm just gonna go straight into it because I don't have the nominees in front of me. The award goes to the two nominees, actually, the Booth touchdown and the Julio catch. Of course, the Julio catch was called by myself, and then you had Booth going along to win it for Hero Austin. I know I voted for the Julio catch. What did you vote for?
I think I voted for. I'm not actually sure. I think I voted for the Julio catch.
Yeah.
I need to look at the. I'd have to look at the other plays again.
Yeah, I know Ben tried to justify that throw after the fact, but it was a throw that should have ended in disaster. But somehow right on the money, and Julio makes just a diving one-handed catch to essentially cement his win over Hero Austin. That was crazy. That was what I voted for. And again, y'all, because I am trash and because I only have one monitor, I don't have the sensuous setup of CMAS. We cannot watch the play, but I'm sure. Well, I know the Julio one is on.
Just visualize it in your head.
Yeah, the Julio one is on the Better League Network if you want to watch it, and then the Booth one.
Shout out to the 6 people that voted for Valdez.
Yeah, shout out to y'all, I guess. But again, congrats to, I guess, Hero Austin and Ben for co-winning this award. Shout out to y'all. We move on now to the fail of the year, and Chapter Roll, when you literally have a win in hand and throw it away because you were too busy in Slack to pay attention to the penalty, you're gonna win this every damn time. I don't care about Seaman. I mean, he blew a Super Bowl off of that interception. He threw an interception, he fumbled the bag, he could have potentially won Super Bowl 30. Chavrol literally had the game won and failed to press the A button or the X button to decline it. I don't remember the specifics, but he was too busy talking that shit in Slack to accept or decline the penalty. I don't remember what the exact situation was, but he deserved it.
Literally could have had the upside of the century and just one misclick lost him the game. And before we go on, I need to go on a little tangent here. King, the reason I put myself in is because nobody gave me any freaking plays of the year. I asked many times. You guys had a whole day to send me stuff. I only got sent 2 plays, so I had to go looking for them. So I just started on my channel and see if I had anything good. And I remember that play. I was like, ooh, that was a fun one. I'll just throw that one in there. I doubt I'll get any votes, but it ended up getting votes, and it was really close to winning it, so screw you.
Yeah, what I would say. And listen, I am here to roast Justin whenever, even when he sometimes doesn't deserve it, as y'all know. But if you don't send in nominees, then you cannot complain when Justin includes some of his own. Because what is he supposed to do? Let's be real. Send in nominees.
I'm the creator of this fine plays. Go frick yourself. I'll be nice, because... so I won't swear, because I respect CMAS more than King, but, go flip yourself.
Okay. That's enough. But yeah, Chapter Roll, again, literally had the game in hand. And I was about to say congratulations to Chapter Roll, but no, it just... woe be upon you for losing this award, for winning this award. Excuse me. I'm struggling right now.
I do think Steele completely throwing away his season in one pass should have maybe at least got 1 or 2 votes, but I can see why everybody just votes for the 2 bigger plays. But shout out to throwing to a drag on a screenplay when your running back is open.
It's tough. And Lucky's saying Austin too good. Change sliders, please. Yeah, we might be in a rough situation, y'all. We'll see, though. We'll see how it goes. We move on now to the most underrated user, and this is, I believe, our first write-in category. Am I correct about that?
Yep.
Beautiful stuff.
4 write-ins.
Beautiful stuff, and I was able to figure it out where I have the picture and the stream chat in front of me, so praise me for my tech skills. The winner of most underrated user is Lucky. Congratulations to you. Now, awkward timing because I believe he's getting his back blown out by Austin right now, but Lucky, to be, full credit to him, is in the toughest division maybe in the history of the Battle League and still competes, still fights, still finds a way. Not only made the playoffs last season, but beat Dan, which is never an easy thing to do, obviously, in the playoffs, unless you're on Operation Sports Sliders, apparently. But, I mean, full credit to Lucky. Much like Morty, I will stand Lucky whenever I have to, and I think he deserved this award. I actually don't remember who I voted for. Actually, I'm pretty sure I voted for Lucky or King, one of the two.
I voted for Lucky as well.
Yeah, but the people who got multiple votes, it was Lucky who got 4, King got 3, Little Alex got 2. I don't know about that. Tank got 2, and Nick got 2. Again, I don't know who's voting Nick, but whatever. It's fine. It is what it is.
A huge surprise to me, actually, is that CMAS got 0 votes. And I feel like he was probably my number 2 for this.
Really?
Award. Yep, 0 votes for CMAS.
Really?
I feel like besides Lucky, he's the other most underrated user.
I would say that's tough.
Like,
that's tough. They didn't get a single vote.
So
like I didn't vote for him. Obviously,
get blown out in the Super Bowl. I underrated him many times in the playoffs.
Alex talking about his cycle highlight when he came back from 21 down against Lucky. I'm proud of you, Alex. I'm proud of you.
What about me talking about myself? Wink.
What? I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about it was Alex versus Lucky.
Yeah, I know, but people always say that, and then Alex just talking about himself in chat. After I get called out all the time.
Listen.
There was...
How did Austin...
Alex, now that you bring that up, Austin got more votes than CMAS for underrated. Someone voted him.
Yeah, that's facts, Alex. I mean, you got to understand, when we were heading into the cycle, apparently everyone thought that Austin was like a bottom feeder user. Apparently everyone thought that Austin was never going to make the playoffs again, much less the Super Bowl. It's like when Patriots... It's actually so perfect. It's like when Patriots fans talk about how they were constantly overlooked with Tom Brady. Like, no! Like, everyone knew you were good! Like, shut up!
Austin did get 1 vote. It was not from a roadie, though.
Who predicted Austin to win Super Bowls coming in? Nobody. God, I'm so sick of this narrative, dude. It's literally a fabricated narrative for motivation, so it's fine. Yeah, Lucky won. Congrats to him. Well deserved, in my opinion. We move on now from most underrated to most overrated user. Before I reveal who won this, who'd you vote for, Justin?
I voted for Cody. I voted him because I seem to be one of the few people that knows how to beat him. By knows how to beat him, I mean just get absolutely lucky. So I'll just have to vote him for that. If besides him, I'd probably think like King or something, because I feel like King's almost more one-dimensional than me, and that's saying something.
Well,
I just feel like King's defense isn't as good as... I feel like he's more turnover happy than me, and he also doesn't have... I feel like our defense is kind of comparable, but I don't know. I just don't see him as being a Super Bowl contender as long as he only has one dimension, much like me.
I believe I've voted...
Did you vote for on this?
I believe I voted for... It was either Big Alex or Dan. I think I voted for Dan. Just because, 3 straight wild card exits, it's tough,
Thank you for that.
But again, on the Operation Sports, now that we're on normal sliders, I suspect that will change. Most overrated user is a tie between yourself and Dan. So congratulations, I guess, to both of you. You both got 4 votes. CMAS got 3, Ben got 2, and Cody got 2 as well. I'm thrilled. I actually kind of thought that I would get multiple just because, Super Bowl to getting my back blown up by Austin, but
you got 0.
That actually kind of surprises me. I figured some people would vote for me, but I guess not. Oh well. I mean, I guess people know damn well that Super Bowl is a fluke, so they don't even pay it any mind. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, this year I actually feel like I deserve to be called overrated. I've talked a big game many times, and I keep losing the wild card round. I had the first year playoff win, but I haven't gotten a playoff win since, and it's really haunted me.
But not only did you lose the wild card round, you lost to a trash-ass Cleveland Browns team. Like a Cleveland Browns team that was not ready for the moment, and yet we somehow managed to find a win. So that's tough.
I'm still a defending champion, I could tell myself, but yeah. There's too many playoff games. I lost 2 playoff games that I knew I could have won, which was against you and then against Morty.
Yeah.
which just has really gotten my morale down from the playoffs.
You honestly,
But
you
also,
probably should have
fun
won the game
fact,
against me. I made some dumb decisions.
I tend to do that in the playoffs. I try to overthink things and show off a little bit, and it just never works well.
You try to show off a little. Who are you? Are you Austin? Like what? Show off?
I don't stick to my game plan enough. I don't like. I should.
Why?
Really just run it down the gut.
Run it!
I don't know. I just. Yeah. I try to. I overthink.
Justin!
Not really show off. I overthink myself in the playoffs. Is that better?
I hope you
Not
don't try to
show
show
off,
off
I
the playoffs,
overthink.
man, with
I
0 rings.
overthink. That's a
Goddamn.
better word.
Imagine being like, oh, I'm such hot shit at this game. I'm gonna show off and you have 0 Super Bowls. That's tough. That's real tough, Justin. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm voting you for most overrated next year. I'm not gonna lie to you. After that,
As Dan said in the chat, fun fact: I would have won this award by myself if Dan hadn't voted for himself for most overrated.
oh, that's tough. That's tough. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, Dan
Dan,
and
of
Austin.
course, trying like that self motivation.
Again.
Maybe he can get another. Maybe he can get back into the Super Bowl predicament.
Again, predicament. Anyway,
I don't know why I said that.
Again, CMAS, Ben, and Cody also with multiple votes. Congratulations to Dan and Justin for co-winning this award. Moving on to the second to last award of this one, the Connor Rice Man of the Year. And the award goes to Connor Rice. Listen, y'all. I have nothing to say except good things. You know, this league is just so dear to me, man. No, I'm kidding. You know, it's just y'all are just what makes the Better League great. And there are not a lot of leagues that would embrace the content that, you know, myself, CMAS, Dan, Cody, Justin, so many other users create. You know, there are not a lot of leagues that would be such, you know, an incubator for content, an incubator for talent, an incubator for, you know, a variety of types of users. You know, some of us want to win at all costs. Some of us want to have fun playing. Some of us, you know, have fun making content. Some of us just have fun hanging out with the boys and, you know, just playing a Madden game once every few days. And that's really what a good league is built on, Justin. And that's why I'll just say, you know, there are no better CFMs. And I love you all. I love you all. That's really all I have to say.
As much as I've busted your balls this broadcast, I voted for you and CMAS for this award. I couldn't decide between you two. You both deserved it. You ended up winning by 1 vote, which was, I think CMAS also really deserves this, but your little playoff commentating spell probably is what got you here. Which CMAS couldn't really help. He probably would have been on them too, but he was too busy winning games, unlike a couple people in this party.
That's tough, but you're also not wrong. But yeah.
Another thing I'd like to say is I'm still yet to get anything more than like 2 votes for Man of the Year. I got 0 this year.
You'll get it. You'll get it at some point. At some point, people gotta recognize.
Jesse only with 1 vote surprised me.
Because I will say
Jesse
this, I think if literally anyone else in this league took the amount of shit that you take, they would have left the league a long time ago.
Stop making this about me.
And
don't make it about me. Stop it.
No, I'm saying the fact that you have stuck around and the fact that you still, you know, create all the content you do, the fact that you still, you know, grind, try to win games, you know, do all that. I respect it. Like, I genuinely respect it, because I think if I were in that position, I would have bounced like 4 cycles ago.
Yeah.
I voted Austin Man of the Year because he doused himself in champion of Bear League. Yeah, I mean, Austin, another deserving.
That is what Dan said.
Another deserving nominee, I guess, if Man of the Year means Super Bowl winner every year.
I mean, sadly, we didn't get to see that, though. Still one of, like, the biggest, still one of the saddest things about the Super Bowl is we didn't get to see that live. Stupid camera freeze.
Wasted opportunity, 100%. Again, thank you all. I would have given it to CMAS because he is the bedrock upon which the Better League Network is built, but I appreciate y'all giving me the award. Connor Rice Man of the Year goes to myself. Funny how that works. The final award, the most toxic user in the Better League. And there are plenty of y'all out there. Let's just say that, including me sometimes, I'll be honest with y'all. I'm not enough to win this award, I don't think. But, sometimes I like to get a little toxic. Justin, who'd you vote for?
I voted for Ben.
I also voted for Ben. I also voted for Ben, and the award
crazy
goes to Ben, aka Cody's son. Shout out to CMAS for putting that one in there. Although I would have done it as well, and
Cody
Connor's son as well.
Son.
Beautiful stuff. Go ahead.
Cody with Just the majority of that he won this by. He received what 7 votes, 8 votes.
Ben
and
received
Cody
8 votes and Cody received 3. Yeah.
Yeah. Neither of us were in there, surprisingly. Oh wait, you were. You had half a vote.
I had half a
Chap.
vote. Oh yeah, true.
From Chap.
Shout out to the Better League Golf Association.
And
hi Dan.
I would like to read. Dan told me to read this about his vote.
Okay.
He voted for. This was his vote. I gotta find it. You stall time for me, please.
All right. Well, I'll stall time and say that. Yeah, I mean, I think Ben was the pretty clear deserving. Although it was really, it's like when a Chihuahua or some other small dog is just like yip 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 yip. Like that was really more what I saw from Ben this season. I'll be honest with you. Like he was trying to start that shit. He was trying to talk that shit, but ultimately he didn't have the bite to back it up, if you will. Especially in the NFC Championship, and especially in Super Bowl 29. Thank you very much.
The thing about this, though, with Ben winning it is like he kind of wants to win it now. He's like, I'm cool. I'm the villain. Yeah, I'm a villain. Yeah. Ooh, I'm edgy. I'm edgy. Nobody likes me. Yeah, I'm gonna show them. But it's just kind of like sad now that he actually like wants to play the villain, and it's like, well, he can't have fun with it anymore because of it. Okay, I'll read now. Now I found what Dan wanted me to say.
You're ready? You're finally ready?
Was for Cloud. Dan said, Cloud wasted 3 seasons of my life by pushing for bum-ass Operation Sports Sliders, then dipped out of nowhere and leaving the league a toxic mess he created behind him. So, anyway.
Listen, yeah, I mean, can't really disagree with any of that. If I hear the word sliders even one time in Madden 22, I swear to God, like, I feel like I was one of the few people who actually like kind of liked the Operation Sports Sliders, probably because they directly led me to the Super Bowl. But I also we better stick on stock next year, or else I'm gonna actually shoot myself on live on Better League Network. You're gonna hear the gunshot.
Don't worry, Alex is at that same point, so I'm sure we're not gonna switch it up at all.
Like you're saying, I think Cloud gets too much credit for the slider thing. He was one of many who wanted sliders. That is true. There was, I won't say overwhelming, but there was a lot of discussion and quite a bit of agreement among Operation Sports Sliders. I think my main thing, again, not to turn this into a slider talk podcast, but my main thing would have been to update the Operation Sports Sliders along with the patches. Like, I don't care whether it's slider or stock or Operation Sports, but it made 0 sense in my opinion not to update them every season. But what's done is done. We're on stock now, and I do not care either way, to be honest with you, because I'm just beaten down by the whole thing. Yeah, Ben wins most toxic, despite not having the.
He's the Joker now. Ooh, he's the villain. Oh,
beautiful.
He's
stuff.
So edgy. Beautiful hot topic, stuff. Yeah.
Hot topic. Love to see it. And now we've got slider talk going on in the chat. I should have never started that.
What did you start, Connor? God damn it.
But here's the recap of the Season 30 Better League Awards. Again, just to run it down real quick, the Sexy Rexy Award went to Baker Mayfield. Most Improved went to CMAS. The B-Man Hang In There Bud Award went to Big Alex. Well deserved, in my opinion. Best Rivalry went to Austin Little Alex. Best Division, NFC West. Worst Division, NFC East. Most Disappointing, Dan. Play of the Cycle, the Booth Touchdown, and Julio Catch. Fail of the Cycle, Chapter Roll does a dum-dum. Again, pay attention, Chapter Roll. The game's not over until it's over. Connor Rice Man of the Cycle goes to Connor Rice. Thank you all for that. Most Underrated User goes to Lucky. Most Overrated User goes to Dan and Justin. And Most Toxic User goes to Ben, a.k.a. Cody's son, a.k.a. the man who blows it in the Super Bowl consistently.
Other times.
Justin, any final thoughts on these Better League Awards before we shut things down?
This was probably like the most competitive most of the awards have been, especially like the pie chart awards, the choose or the choice awards. So hopefully we'll get even more people next time. Maybe I'll do the Dan approach and just DM everybody the link so we get more submissions, which would be a good thing. So we'll see. I'm still having fun doing these awards. I always forget about them until like draft day, which is not great, but
that's tough.
It's another fun time to do. It's another fun award show.
Beautiful stuff. Well, again, thank you so much, Justin, for putting this together, and thank you all so much for voting on these and continuing to make the Better League as great as you do. I believe, again, the preseason poll show is going to happen sometime tomorrow. I don't know when exactly. We're still figuring that out, but it is what it is. We'll figure it out. I'm excited for that one. And again, thank you, Justin, for putting these together. I am your humble host, especially after today. Good Lord. Connor Rice.
Humbled host.
Humble. Oh, yeah. Humbled in a big way. Peace.